Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday review day, new albums all day long. Today we've got the brand new one from the great UK prog rock act. It's their 14th studio album, Big Big Train. Welcome to the planet. And before we actually do the review of the album, I do want to mention, I know many of you have asked, Pete, when are you going to talk about the passing of lead vocalist David Longdon, who passed away a little over a week ago. So far, to my knowledge, they haven't disclosed what happened at the age of 56. David Longdon has been in Big Big Train since 2009 as their primary lead vocalist. He also plays some flute and keyboards and things like that. He passed away suddenly on, what was the date? Hold on, I'll get you that date in a second. On November 20th. All right, so that's about a week and a half or so ago, and quite suddenly at age 56. So I do want to acknowledge his passing. A great singer. Did not do a separate show on him because of the timing. Thanksgiving holiday week here in the States, and I've just been busy doing so many other things, spending time with family, and I knew I was going to be doing a review show on this album coming up real soon, so I figured I'd just kind of save the the words about David for the review show. He's going to be missed. If you've been following this band for the last decade, an integral part of their sound, a really great vocalist, and I'd never seen them live, but I've heard he's absolutely amazing live on the stage as a frontman. He's got that great voice that is familiar to a lot of us. He has that a little bit of Peter Gabriel to his vocal style, which I think is very endearing to a lot of us who've been following prog for a long time. And he was a great fit for this band. And so he's going to be greatly missed. This will now be the last studio album that he will appear on. So David Longdon has left us at age 56. Rest in peace, David. And on to the new album. Welcome to the planet. All right, let's take a look at this thing here. And this is on English Electric Recordings. Okay, we got a little digipack there. Okay, and then the booklet. So the booklet comes with lyrics to all the songs and who actually plays on every song, which is pretty interesting because it, of course, this band has, like 3 or 4 like main members, but with this album especially, and they've done it in the past as well, we've got all like the touring members and stuff are all taking part on the writing, on the playing, and every song has kind of like almost like a different lineup, which is kind of interesting. Of course, the main guys in the band, now that David is no longer with us, we've got Ricard Schoblum, hope that's how he says his name, on all sorts of guitars, keyboards, backing vocals. Nick DiVirgilio on drums, backing vocals, some lead vocals, some keyboards. Greg Spaughton on bass guitars, keyboards, backing vocals. But then you've got, touring members who are now actively involved in the recording of this album. Carly Bryant, she's on lead vocals, backing vocals, keyboards, some guitars. Dave Foster, it's also like their second guitarist. He's also on the album. Claire Lindley on violin and vocals, right? And there's other folks that I'll mention as we go along the way here. So this album was produced by the band, mixed and mastered by Rob Aubrey at Real World, Sweetwater and Orbit, Gungfly, and Castle Sound Studios. All right, so we got like 9 tracks on here, I think we have. 9 tracks in total, a couple instrumentals. It's a really nice mix of stuff. You got the more traditional, like 70s style progressive rock. You got some world music. You got some cool instrumentals. You got, some really moody stuff, some more up-tempo stuff, a little bit of everything. Made from Sunshine kicks things off. Really nice track, really good hooks. Again, it's very accessible. It's not too densely prog. It's more of like an easier listening track, but it has all the elements we really like from this band. And you got, the great David Longdon on lead vocals on this track. You've got Hammond organ and all sorts of acoustic electric guitars, trumpet, French horn, violin, trombone, tuba, right, by folks like Dave Desmond, Ben Godfrey, Nick Stones, John Story, John Truscott, all right. Then you got the Connection Plan. So the Connection Plan, and actually the Made from Sunshine is written by second guitarist Dave Foster, and lyrics by David Longdon. You got the Connection Plan, which was words and music written by Nick DiVirgilio. So if most of you know, Nick DiVirgilio, of course, used to be in Spock's Beard. This song has that kind of quirky Spocksness that I kind of really dig. And it's actually a real catchy tune. It's a little more up-tempo than Made from Sunshine. Both really good, both really accessible. Here you've got Nick on drums, Mellotron vocals, David is on vocals, Ricard on guitars, and Mellotron and ARP synthesizer, Gregory Spaughton, Derek Reeves on violin. Really good track. Then you got the gorgeous Lanterna, which was written by Gregory Spaughton. This is, Spaughton, I want to make sure I say these names correctly. This is a little bit longer piece, kind of really moody and somber at the beginning, then it picks up speed a little bit, becomes a nice, cool prog rocker track. Cool lyrics throughout this whole album. This is really lovely piece, but it also kind of rocks in spots. Then you've got a much more pastoral track in Capitoline Venus, or Capitoline Venus. That's mainly just David Longdon on vocals and Mellotron, and Greg Spaughton on acoustic 12-string guitars. Like I said, very pastoral, very folky, nice kind of quick track, but really, really lovely. Then we move into the first of two really cool instrumentals, A Room with No Ceiling, music by Ricard Schoblum. This has got basically Nick on drums, Ricard on accordion, guitars, Hammond organ, Mellotron, Fender Rhodes piano, and Greg Spaughton on bass guitar. Nice little proggy instrumental. Dig that one quite a bit. And then perhaps my favorite song on the album is Proper Jack Froster, which is a perfect song for this time of year, for the holiday season, the winter time, right? You've got Carly Bryant. She's on vocals on here. You got Nick is on drums and sleigh bells. Dave Foster on electric guitars. Claire Lindley on violin. You got David Longdon also on vocals. Ricard on all sorts of keyboards, 12-string guitars. Greg on bass. Dave Desmond on trombone. Ben Godfrey trumpet. Nick Stone's French horn. John Story on euphonium. And John Truscott on tuba. This is a really fun track. It's a prog track, but it's also very festive and kind of jazzy and just really fun. Really fun. One of the highlights of the album. Then you've got another instrumental called Bats in the Belfry. This is written by Nick DiVirgilio. Nick's playing drums, Mellotron, Fender Rhodes, organ, synthesizer, and then you got the rest of the band filling out on guitars and bass, and you've got the guys on horns again. Really cool kind of fusiony, proggy track like that. Oak and Stone is another cool, nice longer piece. Also kind of like moody and atmospheric. This one was written by Greg Spaughton, words and music with a little help from Nick DiVirgilio and Ricard. And this has got David Longdon on vocals, perhaps one of his best vocal performances on the album. They're all really good. This song and I guess the next song kind of remind me of like 80s Peter Gabriel. It has that kind of world music feel with a kind of like prog rock underpinning. And I guess, David's vocals to me sound like a more, an older Peter Gabriel. It doesn't sound like Peter Gabriel when he was in Genesis necessarily, but he's got that older style of singing that Peter has, and it's got a little edge, like at the end of every sentence he sings, he throws that little extra something in that kind of hits like Gabriel. But this is another really great tune. I love the violin on this song. They've got the horns on here, loads of keyboards. Really, really great track, Oak and Stone. And then we finish it off with the title track, which is Welcome to the Planet, which is even more kind of world music sounding. Very lush and atmospheric. Lots of really cool things going on here. Again, it's loaded with violin and trumpet and the horns and what have you. You've got Carly Bryant back on vocals on this track, working alongside David Longdon, who throws in some flute. Really nice song. I mean, it adds to the whole effectiveness of this album in that there's plenty of variety, and it's just also really pleasing to the ears. And I find that with a lot of the Big Train catalog. It's like none of their albums really sound alike. Every song is filled with one song that sounds different from the next, but no matter whether they're rocking out a bit or they go full on prog or they're hitting you with some kind of folky stuff or they're doing the world music thing or doing straight pop, it all sounds good. It goes in one ear, out the other, and goes down to the heart, and you're like, I like that a lot. So, So, as the last album with David on vocals, this is really good. I have liked, they're one of these bands that I think the more albums they put out, the more I start to like them. It's like the band just keeps getting better and better and better, and now they're having, they're going to have a decision to make, right? Because obviously the loss of David Longdon, what do they do for a front man now? So it's something, of course this just happened, so I'm sure we won't hear anything from the band for a bit, as they kind of ponder what they're going to do and get over the loss of their close friend and musical partner. Maybe we'll hear in early next year in 2022 just what the band's plans are, but they've got this new album now to promote and sell, and hopefully at some point play some live shows for. So we'll kind of see what happens. So for now, go check it out. It's quite good. Welcome to the Planet, big train, and rest in peace to David Longdon, a very, very special vocalist who really made his mark with this band. He will be missed. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we are on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell. We've also got links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, links to our merch page where you can get cool Sea of Tranquility stuff just in time for the holidays, and our webzine, which is celebrating 20 years on the internet this year. So thanks for watching. I'm Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon with more stuff, because we are here all the damn time. Take care. Bye-bye.